Hello, my bold, blessed, and seasoned family. Welcome back to the podcast where we celebrate getting older, getting wiser, and occasionally walking into a room and forgetting why we went in there. Today we are talking about technology. More specifically, we're talking about the so-called smart homes. You know, the homes where the lights are smart, the television is smart, the thermostat is smart, the doorbell is smart, the refrigerator is smart. Apparently, everything in my house is getting smarter, except me. Today's episode is called Alexa is Listening, and so is my neighbor. Let's talk about these smart homes and our senior moments. Now, I like technology, I really do. I worked for IBM for 23 years, so I can't help but like technology. Technology has made our lives easier in so many ways. I can talk to my family without leaving my house. I can see somebody standing at my front door without getting out of my chair. I can ask my phone for directions. I can watch church from my living room. I can even say, Alexa, what's the weather? And she will tell me. And sometimes I wonder, Alexa, why are you listening to me in the first place? And more importantly, what exactly have you heard? Because if Alexa has been listening to everything going on in my house, she knows entirely too much. Do you remember when a house was just a house? You walked into a room and flipped the light switch. That was it. Nobody had to say, Alexa, turn on the living room lamp. You just walked over there and turned the lamp on yourself. Today, making us lazy, we can tell Alexa to turn on our lights. But here's the problem. Sometimes Alexa doesn't understand me. I say, Alexa, turn on the bedroom light. Alexa says, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. So I say it louder, Alexa, turn on the bedroom light. She still doesn't understand. Now I'm standing in the dark arguing with a daggone machine. At that point, I could have walked across the room and turned the light on myself. And sometimes when you say, Alexa, play some gospel music, suddenly she is playing something you have never heard before. I say, Alexa, stop. Music keeps playing. I yell, Alexa, stop. Now I'm arguing with a little machine sitting on my table. And somewhere my mother is looking down from heaven saying, Phyllis, just turn the thing off. Y'all and your newfangled things. Here's something else that happens when you have too much technology. You start talking to everything. Once you get used to saying, Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, set a timer. Alexa, turn on the lights. Pretty soon you expect everything to answer you. I walk into the kitchen. Alexa, where did I put my glasses? Silence. Alexa? Nothing. Then I realize I'm wearing them. That's a senior moment. And don't laugh too hard because some of you have searched the entire house for your cell phone while talking on the cell phone. Girl, I can't find my phone anywhere. And your friend on the phone says, what are you talking to me on? Oh, never mind. Let's talk about the television. When I was growing up, televisions were simple. You turned them on, you changed your channel, the 3 channels that you had, you turned them off. We didn't have 17 remote controls. Today, you sit down to watch television and suddenly you need a degree in computer science. You pick up one remote, nothing. You pick up another remote. The television comes on, but there's no sound. You hit another button and suddenly Netflix comes on. You didn't want Netflix, you wanted the news. Then the screen says, input not found. What do you mean, input not found? And eventually you do what every seasoned person does. You call somebody younger. Baby, can you come over here and fix my television? They walk into the room, push one button, and everything starts working. One button. Then they look at you like, really? Yes, really. And don't get too comfortable, baby, because one day you're going to be calling somebody younger too. Now let's talk about these video doorbells. I actually like those. Years ago, somebody knocked on your door and you had to walk over and say, who is it? Today, You can be sitting in your bedroom and see who's standing at your front door. That is wonderful. But here's the problem. Everybody has one, which means everybody is watching everybody. You walk past your neighbor's house, camera. You pick up your newspaper, camera. You drag your trash can outside wearing your old robe, bedroom slippers and bonnet, camera. You thought nobody saw you. Ooh, somebody saw you. Your neighbor may know more about your schedule than you do. Phyllis left the house at 10:03. Phyllis came back at 12:17. Phyllis forgot her purse. Phyllis came back out. Phyllis forgot her phone. Phyllis came back again. By the time I finally leave, the neighbor is exhausted. Phyllis, would you please make a checklist before you leave the house? Now let's talk about our phones. Have you ever had this happen? You're talking to somebody about something. You say, I think I need a new pair of walking shoes. You haven't searched the shoes. You haven't ordered the shoes. You just talked about the shoes. Then you open Facebook, walking shoes. You go to another website, walking shoes. You check something else, more walking shoes. And now you're looking at your phone like, were you listening to me? Now, there are technical reasons why ads can seem to follow us around. Our searches, websites, apps, location settings, and shopping habits can all help companies figure out what we might be interested in. But I don't care how they explain it. Sometimes it just feels creepy. I want to look at my phone and say, mind your business. And then their passwords. Oh, Lord, passwords. Everything needs a password. Your bank needs a password. Your email needs a password. Your streaming service needs a password. Your doctor's office needs a password. Your grocery store probably wants a password. And they have a nerve to tell you, don't use the same password for everything. Okay, so now I'm supposed to remember 47 different passwords? Then they say your password must contain at least 8 characters. 1 capital letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, 1 symbol, the name of your first pet, and your 3rd grade teacher's shoe size. I finally create one. Then the computer says, you've used this password before? Of course I have, stupid. It took me 3 days to remember it. Then you forget the password. You click, forgot password. They send a code to your phone. Now you've got to find your phone. By the time you finally get logged in, you forgot what you wanted to do. Welcome to life after 55. At least we're a bold, blessed season, even if we sometimes forget some little things. Oh, and what about facial recognition? My phone can recognize my face and unlock itself. Most of the time. But every now and then, especially first thing in the morning, I look at my phone, and my phone looks at me, and apparently my phone says, I don't know this woman. Excuse me? It's me. I mean, I look exactly like I looked yesterday, but it's still me. Don't judge me. You are a telephone. Oh, Lordy, and that brings me back to my neighbor. Between the doorbell camera, security camera, social media, neighborhood apps, and everything else, there aren't many secrets anymore. Years ago, if you tripped getting out of your car or tripped on a sidewalk in Chicago, you look around quickly, nobody saw you. Good. You kept moving. Today, somebody's camera caught the whole thing, and before you get back inside the house, the video could be online. Woman takes dramatic fall while carrying groceries. And you've gone viral before you even put ice on your knee. That's why I tell people, if you see me trip, don't record me. Help me up. We used to have neighbors. Now we have surveillance teams. Now, I've been joking, but I don't want us to miss something important. Technology isn't all bad. Technology can be a wonderful thing, especially as we get older. A smart speaker can remind us about appointments. Video doorbell can help us see who's outside without opening the door. A smartphone can help us stay connected with children, grandchildren, family, and friends. We can attend Bible study online. We can watch church services. We can order groceries. We can get directions. We can call for help. We can even video chat with somebody hundreds or thousands of miles away. That is amazing. So I'm not against technology. I just believe we need to make sure technology works for us and that we don't spend our lives working for the technology. Don't be afraid to learn. And let me say something to my seasoned listeners. Don't let anybody make you feel bad because you don't understand some new piece of technology. We didn't grow up with this stuff. We grew up in a different world. We remember rotary phones. We remember television antennas. Some of us remember when we had to get up and walk across the room to change the television channel. And if you were the youngest child in the room, you were the remote control. Baby, turn it to channel 7. Now turn it to channel 4. Turn it back. No wonder we stayed skinny. We were changing channels all night. So yes, technology has changed. And yes, we can learn. If we have questions, we can take a class, ask our children, ask our grandchildren, write the instructions down. And if your children laugh because you don't know how something works, remind them. I changed your poopy diaper. I taught you how to speak and walk. I taught you how to use a spoon. Let's keep things in perspective, little crumb snatcher. But while we're laughing, there's a serious side to all of this. We need to protect ourselves. Scammers use technology too. If somebody calls you asking for money, slow down. If someone sends you a strange link, don't automatically click it. If someone claims your grandchild's in trouble and needs money immediately, call your grandchild or another family member yourself. And please, don't give strangers your passwords. Don't give them your social security number. Don't give them banking information just because they sound official. I simply say, I don't give that kind of information over the phone. You should already have it in your records. Being seasoned doesn't mean being foolish. We've lived too long, worked too hard, and learned too much to let somebody sitting behind a computer steal what we have spent a lifetime building. Our homes may be getting smarter, our phones may be getting smarter, our cars may be getting smarter, but nothing replaces good old-fashioned common sense. Alexa can tell me the weather, but I can still look out the window. My phone can remind me about an appointment, but I can still write it on my calendar. My watch can tell me how many steps I took, but my knees can tell me when I've taken enough. And Alexa might know a lot, but Alexa doesn't know everything. She doesn't know what it feels like to raise a family. She doesn't know what it feels like to lose somebody you love. She doesn't know what it feels like to survive difficult times. She doesn't know what it feels like to live 55, 65, 75, or 85 years and still wake up every morning saying, "Thank you, Lord, for another day." Technology may be smart, but we are bold, blessed, and seasoned. There is a difference. So my bold, blessed, and seasoned family, embrace the technology, learn it, use it, laugh at it, and every now and then, turn it off. Sit outside, talk to your neighbor, the real neighbor, not the one watching you through the doorbell camera. Call somebody you love. Read a book. Take a walk. Pray. Enjoy a little silence because sometimes we're so busy connecting to Wi-Fi that we forget to connect to one another. And the next time Alexa says, "I'm sorry, I didn't understand that," don't get upset. Just look at her and say, "That's all right, Alexa. At my age, sometimes I don't understand me either." And Alexa, if you really is listening to everything I say, Alexa, hear this. I am bold, I am blessed, and baby, I'm seasoned. I'm not getting older, I'm just getting upgraded. And Alexa, I'll see you next time as you listen to this amazing podcast. Bold, blessed, and seasoned. Family, until then, stay bold, stay blessed, stay seasoned. And please remember your password. This is Phyllis Tucker Saunders reminding you that life is a journey Enjoy the ride.